can't clap manually, right? My clapper's not coming up, so I'll just say, hey, woo! Everybody, guess what? We're back, right, Chefy? We're back.
We're back.
And better than ever, and better than ever. Right? My little clapper's not coming up. I'm so bummed out. Hey, everybody, I'm Mia Voss. Welcome, welcome. You're watching another edition of the Food and Booze Show. I know you missed us. We had to take a break so that we could fit back on our stretchy pants again, right, Chefy?
Yeah, we did. We had to get out and run a little bit, but we all know that's not true, because if we're running, you better start running too, because that means there's something chasing us.
That means there's a zombie behind me. If I'm running, you best be concerned.
We will get into later if you can smoke zombie, because that
you can smoke pretty much anything.
You know it's coming. You know it's coming. Oh wait, here it is. I was feeling a little weird there. So hey, where are you at? Tell me where you are.
We are in beautiful, sunny Orlando, Florida, and we're at the Southern Moon SmokeHouse and Brewery.
And brewery. Soon to be.
Soon to be.
Yes.
Yes. Tell me who's sitting next to you.
This is Chef Bryce.
Hello.
Brother man. I'll do a food and booze fist bump for you.
Fist bump.
Well, listen, you've already started torturing me with some of the meals, some of the things in front of you. Before we do that, let's give a little shout out to our audience and see who else is out there being tortured. You ready?
Sounds good.
Okay, so first we have Ammon Johns, Brother Ammon, during his mealtime, which suddenly seems to be much less appealing. So he'll be catching the replay as he's digesting. He shall replace the live atmosphere by enhancing his viewing pleasure with his own booze. That's a smart man, right?
That is, and you don't even want to know the kind of booze I have sitting in front of me right here.
I can't even wait to see that one. Chefy Booze Hag, hashtag. Next up, Brother Dustin. He's when you're a man, sometimes you wear stretchy pants in your room. It's for fun. And listen, I love it. I'm going to quote you. Your stomach's already grumbling. You're getting ready for the memorable lunch, and you do have your stretchy pants ready.
That's right. I don't go anywhere without them.
Don't leave home without him. Hey, Jamal's out there. I just keep drooling. The keyboard is not extensive, but you become a carnivore. It's something awful. He must stop dealing. Oh, he's having an affair with Maggie and Saweta on chat, by the way. Did you see them speaking French to each other? Those crazy people.
I did, and all I can think of when Maggie starts speaking French is the Addams Family, and I just want to start kissing her arm, going, "You spoke French."
I think in terms of the. Of the cat and the cat and the skunk, my darling, my darling, my sweet. Exactly. Nazim is in the house, coming straight out of Italy. Love that the blackboard with the menu is in the background. He's hungry already. Amen. And then our brother David Henry Pipe is in, evening all from Sussex, just finishing a bit of curry. Do you hear that a lot from everybody who's over in London? They're always getting their curry on.
They're always getting their curry on, and with biscuits, you never know if they're never eating biscuits. They're eating cookies or God knows what, but they ain't biscuits.
Yeah, you know what? When we say biscuit, it's not the same. What is it? Rock hard cross buns, something crazy.
Yeah. It could be scone.
It could be. Let's give a shout out to Phil and Sue, because I know they're out there as well. So mwah to you guys in England. So, all right, I'm ready. Let the torture begin. What you got?
Well, let's talk to the chef a little bit first, and I want to give you a little bit of background. So how did you get started in this wonderful journey?
Well, in this particular space?
Well, in Orlando.
Just in general? Well, okay. I grew up in Orlando. I went to high school here. Been in food and food service most of my life. Started in the front of the house, worked my way up to management, decided I was told at a very young age by my mother, do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life. Yeah. And I always loved this. It was something I could do for hours and hours and hours and hours every week and not get sick of it. So I moved to New York, went to culinary school, worked for Thomas Keller at French Culinary Institute, actually.
French Culinary Institute.
Yeah. Oh. And I worked for Thomas Keller per se, and then moved back down here, opened Le Mans Park as their private dining chef, worked in a couple other high-energy places in Orlando. I decided I really wanted to strike out on my own. So 2 years ago, I started Fork in the Road Food Truck. At that time, there were only 4 or 5 food trucks Now there's like 70 something food trucks in the Atlanta market. It's pretty saturated, but that was kind of the stepping stone to this. Before we saw this space, we were going to open up a little Mediterranean place that was about half the size, and this showed up, on the real estate market, and we went in the back and saw the smoker, and I looked at my business partner, who's my best friend, and the chef back there who's making some of this delicious stuff for us, and said, "We're doing barbecue now," and he just smiled, and here we are. We've only been open 2 months, and we've thrown everything in that smoker you could possibly think of, and we're still doing it today. It's great.
I know, and you had told us about the jackfruit when I was here before.
Yes, jackfruit. So we started. That actually started on the food truck. I had a spot that we used to frequent that had a lot of vegetarians at it, and I wanted to get something for them that was hearty, that was really, meat centric but not meat. And I was turned on to jackfruit by a Korean friend, and they used to use it, sweet and not savory. And I looked at it one day, and this stuff looks like pulled meat. So we treat it that way. We smoke it, cook it down in barbecue sauce, and it's barbecue for vegetarians. It's got like the texture of like a cooked artichoke, but it tastes like whatever you make it taste like, because we parboil it, and it just has no flavor on its own. So we impart everything into it, and it's I'll be darned if it doesn't look like meat to you.
I was going to say, guys, can you jump in for us folks that I've never even heard of that before? What's it called? Jackfruit?
Jackfruit. So
which one is it?
See right in the middle of the tray here, right next to the pork belly, it's this guy.
Oh, pretty.
And
look at that.
It looks like barbecue meat, but it's a fruit, and it's fibrous. It's got good texture. So yeah, so we have barbecue for vegetarians.
Did you notice that whole tray of meat? And he did say pork belly.
Yes.
Oh, he had you at pork belly, didn't he?
Yes. Yeah, the first time I was in, we came late in the day, and he had run out of it because it is a popular item. But I did manage to get it last week when I came in, so I was very happy camper.
We're usually out of it by Friday, and it's back in around Sunday. Chef TJ brines it for 5 days before it goes into the smoker.
Wow.
And then we when it's ordered. So yeah, it's one of those things that takes a little time to develop it. But
so do you still have your food truck going?
Yeah, we do have the truck going. It'll be out tonight in Lake Nona.
Okay.
We'll be at a couple different spots this weekend. Yeah. So
now, how does the menu compare to the smokehouse?
So the food truck is more modern American. We've got items on there like we have a burger, but it's a 50-50 burger. It's half bacon, half filet ground into a patty. Topped with bitter cheese, pickled red onions, baby arugula.
Half bacon?
Yeah, half bacon.
Oh yeah. That's a party, Chefy.
That's a bacon burger.
So we've got a corn dog on the menu, but it's American Kobe beef dipped in organic yellow cornmeal and served with a deep pink mustard. So it's a dog, but it's all kind of chefed out, and that's sort of what we do in the truck. And we've got escargot puffs because we're, let's face it, unapologetically French trained. So that's what we like to do, is just kind of mess around on the truck a little bit. We don't do very much barbecue because we try to be cool with our neighbors. There's a bunch of barbecue trucks out there that we hang out with, and we let them to do their thing. So we do our barbecue here, and we kind of flex our culinary muscles, modern American style of the truck. Yeah.
That's a great idea, because to do the same thing, then it starts to get a little repetitious.
Right.
This way you can try different things and be creative in different areas. And French is like totally. Do you think it's totally different than barbecue?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yes. I didn't want to say that, and then you have, oh no, it's not. Okay.
In some of our sauce work, we bring some of that, French training and technique, and our butchery as well. But yeah, no, it's a very different animal. This is unapologetically American smokehouse. Yeah.
We have a comment from the audience that Maggie says that who says smoking is bad for you?
Yeah, right.
I love your style, though. I love that you're able to. You've got all these different ways of doing things, and you've got this over here with the restaurant, and this with the food truck, and you're just having a good old time, aren't you?
Yep. We're building a brewery space next door. We've actually already started brewing some of our own beer. We've got our American farmhouse here for Dennis.
Oh yeah.
Mama likes her beer, so.
I do like the beer.
In-house. So
I love my wine, but that beer looks fabulous too. So you're really building a destination spot.
Yeah.
See that?
Oh, killer! That's that dark.
Oh, that is very. I get a little bit of caramel notes to it.
Mm-hmm.
What's the percentage on that?
9.2.
Good luck with that, Chefy.
Oh, this is the lightweight of the drinks.
And oh my gosh, if you were here in Denver, we would see you flat on your face in about 2-3 minutes. So it's a good thing you're at sea level.
Because of the mile high.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Right.
So it would be an alcoholic high, not their Denver high that is now legal. But they want to see Chef on a breathing machine because
when I picked up my brewer, Adam Steele, we flew into Denver and did a kind of a brewery tour through Denver and drove down to Pagosa where he used to brew and picked up some stuff from there and brought it back with us. And as soon as I got off the plane, I was like, it took me about 10, 15 minutes to equalize. It was beautiful to see the mountains right off the airport, but yeah, I was not prepared.
I know. I wonder how the heck do they play football in there?
Oh, I know.
Very carefully.
Yeah.
And even the teams coming in, all right, I guess you get used to it if you're in Denver. But when you fly in, for the Giants flying in, there's no smog to begin with for them to breathe, and then they breathe the thin air.
To dumb it down for you with the smog.
One of the other cool things we do here is we infuse a bunch of alcohols behind the bar. We do a lychee coconut rum, a orange vanilla rum, a strawberry cilantro tequila, a jalapeno lime tequila, which is in this. That's our spicy margarita, which we make our own house sour mix for. We do a lemon basil gin, a orange cucumber gin, a rosemary pineapple rum.
Oh, lovely.
Rosemary pineapple vodka. And then our apple cinnamon bourbon, which is our version of Fireball. We figured why make it? Why buy it when you can make it?
Right. Phil Aston says for the 9.2%. Thank you and good night.
Yeah, puts Canadian beers to shame. Now, what is this around the edge?
So that's a chili lime salt.
That's a chili lime salt.
Just to add a little more sweet heat. Yeah.
Gotta love. All right, taking another for the.
Say goodnight, Gracie. Hey, Chef, Nazim wanted to know how business is going since you opened.
Pretty good. We've only been open about 2 months, so we're just kind of starting to build. We did pick the worst time of year to open in the middle of the summer. Everybody's kind of out and about, but school just came back in session where we're at in Orange County this past week, and we're starting to see a little influx. So we've had some really great press. A lot of talk, a lot of good talk about it. So it's definitely busy every day.
Now, this is amazing. What is in this again?
So that's a spicy margarita. It has a Solero orange liqueur, our house sour mix, and then the jalapeno lime tequila.
Wow. It's got this heat that starts, but it doesn't get terrible. But you know it's there. But the flavor, the blend of the flavors, like that it's not your typical sour mix kind of flavor. It just really, I want to keep drinking it. It's like, to me, it was like the way I drink milkshakes is once I start usually sucking on the straw, I don't stop till it hits the bottom. And that's the feeling I'm getting with this. It's like, wow.
That's the house-made sour, and that's all local Florida citrus. So it's local lemons, local limes, local orange that we blend together to make that.
I love Florida. Have I mentioned that lately?
Have I told you lately how much I love it?
Yes. Oh, Lord.
So we've got a Moonshine Peach Tea. That's Good Times Moonshine, a little peach liqueur, our house iced tea, and some of our house citrus.
I love the jar that it's in.
Yeah, the mason jar's fun. We serve all our sodas in that as well.
And sorry, guys, I'm probably just going to sit here and stare because I have a little bit of an echo, so keep on going.
This could be dangerous. This is so good. Doesn't taste alcoholic at all. This is really.
File that under yes, please.
This is kiss your ass goodbye tomorrow, because if you're drinking these, they're going down smooth. I'm already getting a little tipsy.
All right, last cocktail, and then I'll let you eat something.
Okay.
Before you fall over.
Can you hold that up for the camera too?
Yeah. So this is the Help Me Rhonda.
Oops. Okay. Help Me Rhonda?
Yeah. So a little bit of cranberry, organic.
I'm sorry.
Organic Meyer lemon vodka, and a touch of sour.
Jeff had to double hand that. He was starting to lose control.
I see that.
This is delicious.
Oh, that is fabulous.
That is just too good. All right, now we got some food to show. And if you could just hold that up to the camera, I will take a picture of it.
Oh, what's that?
So these are our fried green tomatoes.
Yeah, it's good. And, you know, you do love fried green tomatoes.
Oh, listen.
And we have a little dipping sauce. You want to tell us what that dipping sauce is?
So this is kind of a version of our Alabama white sauce, but with horseradish. Alabama white, we were introduced to it in Birmingham, and it's a mayonnaise-based barbecue sauce. It's not something I'd never seen before. We started to get into this place, and then I've been trying to figure out what I can't put it on. I put it on vanilla ice cream the other day, and it was still good. So I'm digging the Alabama
vanilla ice cream?
Yeah, I put it on vanilla ice cream just to see if I could, and I could.
Thank you.
No problem.
That is, if you haven't had a fried green tomato, you have no idea what you're missing. And it's a southern dish, but
yeah, the southern staple. They're double battered. We use cornmeal and masa, so we get a nice 2 different textures, and the nice soft and subtle flavor of the tart green tomato, and then crispy breading on the inside.
Now, are those local Florida tomatoes?
They are, yes.
I love it.
Oh, okay. Real quick, and I know I'm echoing, but tell me what masa is.
Masa is a finer ground cornmeal. So you've got the thicker ground, and then you've got the finer ground. Masa is typically what you use to make a tortilla.
Oh man, you had me also cornmeal.
Now, if you can hold these up for them, I want people to see these, and we can tip them just a little bit. These, my friends, are homemade nachos made out of pork rind nachos topped with, and you want to tell us what they're topped with?
Yeah, so we've got a brisket and a pinto bean chili, a little bit of sour cream, some cilantro, and some jalapeno. And that's just the burn ends of the brisket that we smoke in-house.
And let me tell you something. I'm not real big on jalapenos, but I've had this before, and I absolutely love this chili.
Oh, and our house cheese sauce as well.
And the house cheese sauce.
Yes. So we thought, why use tortillas when pigs make their own chips?
I love how French.
Pigs make their own chips. Hashtag. Oh my God.
How good is it?
These are so good. I've been a pork rind fan since I came from Texas when I was 5, and they moved me forcibly. And then we went for a while where you couldn't find them. Then they started coming about. I have never had homemade pork rinds before until I came to your restaurant. And the first night they came out, it was like, oh my God, I just could not believe it. It was like pig heaven.
You have so many quotable lines today, Chef.
Oh. All right, now here comes the pièce de résistance. And this is all of the meats. And if you can hold them up.
So this minus our ribs. We've got on the left, we've got our pulled chicken. Right behind that is some boneless beef short rib.
The other way. Let's torture the people out here.
And then over here is some brisket. We've got the jackfruit there, the pulled pork shoulder, and pork belly. And then our variety of sauces. We've got the Texas, the Carolina Gold, Kansas City, the Alabama White, and the Carolina Hot.
And I've had the Carolina Hot, and trust me, it is not it's not going to kill you spicy, but it's a little heat to it. All right, so for everyone here, this carnivore is going to try the jackfruit, just so I can tell you all what it does taste like.
Chef, you want to hold it up too? Oh, there you go.
And we cooked that with the Carolina Hot.
This is with the Carolina Hot. So remember how Mama got surprised when she had her hot? At least I'm not getting surprised. Oh my God. I have to admit, I didn't try this last time I was here. And I get that little bit of artichoke, like you said.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But it's the sauce, the consistency. It could pass for meat, especially for a vegetarian. It could definitely pass for meat. Oh.
It's got that good consistency.
What's that?
The consistency. It's got that good chew to it.
It has a chew to it. It's not quite the same as meat, but it looks like it pulls. Like there's some here. Let me see if I can hold it up. I don't know if you can really see it. But it has that consistency. See how the strings are?
Oh, yeah.
So it has that. Got to eat it. Now here, this is what we're talking about.
Oh, there it is.
And I got to take a picture of this.
I think if food was currency, it would be slices of pork belly.
Well, pork belly is kind of a currency because whenever they're talking about the futures and stuff, they talk about orange juice and they talk about pork belly.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm thinking when the zombie apocalypse shows up, it's going to be currency of bacon.
Oh, man. Kevin Bacon should be here. This is just, if you've ever had pork belly, He needs,
shut the front door.
You need to get over here and try pork belly.
Mm-hmm.
I love how Chef Andy said he could eat a lot of food. I went to one place, and this one comment the chef made to someone else was, he ate everything I put in front of him. All right, so that's a pork belly. Now here we have.
It's our pork shoulder.
Now this is a nice pork shoulder. Tell me how you cook the pork shoulder.
So it's brined, beer and some spices for 24 hours, and then it's in the smoker.
How long does it take in the smoker?
Till it's done.
Okay.
That's one of our secrets. How long at what temperature?
Okay.
You know, it's just that general with cooking in general. You know, it's like if you tell somebody, give somebody directions and tell them to drive for 5 minutes and take a left, they're going to end up in a house, literally, with their car. So you drive until you hit the road and then you take a left. So that's kind of how we approach cooking as well. You cook it till it's done.
Till it's done.
Yeah.
Excellent. Now here we have.
It's going to be some boneless beef short ribs.
And I did have these, and I don't eat beef, but whenever I'm here, I eat beef. Boneless beef short ribs. Now this is smoked as well.
Correct. That just gets a dry rub and smoked. The pork and the chicken are the only ones that we brine before they go in the smoker.
Excellent.
That's going to be the Kansas City sauce. So it's sweeter, tomato-based.
Now, how did you decide on what sauces?
Well, and that was just kind of the research we did. The places we liked, the sauces we liked at those places are what we decided to use. And we really wanted to do a regional approach to the menu. We had a couple in here the other night, for example. She's from Alabama. He's from Texas. They both sat down. He got brisket with his, Texas sauce. She got our pulled pork with her Alabama sauce. And they told me it was the first time in 20 years as a couple they were able to eat at the same barbecue place and enjoy themselves. And that was really the goal. We wanted people to eat the barbecue they liked from where they liked it and be able to enjoy it with other people that like barbecue from somewhere else. Yeah,
and that is a big difference, and a big part of the calling card with barbecues is where the regional part of the world you're coming from, what kind of sauce they use on it.
Right.
And I have people ask me, what do you like, ketchup or mustard sauce? And I said, I like them both. Do I have to pick one?
Right.
So, all right, and there we did that. Oh, we need and this is the brisket?
Chicken, yeah.
Okay. And this is just a beautiful piece of brisket.
A nice fat cap on there.
Oh, yeah. Now, what's the importance of cooking it with the fat?
So it insulates it while it smokes. And all of our meats, by the way, are fat-free. We don't charge for any of the fat.
Fat is free.
But you got it insulates the muscle while it's in the smoker, and it melts down slowly while it's smoking, and that kind of drips through the muscle protein and helps to tenderize it.
And we all know fat is where the flavor is.
Absolutely,
too.
yeah.
So if you want to trim it off, I would say don't do it. Step away from the knife, save the fat, eat it, and let it add those flavors. And and if it's a problem with you, just don't eat it as often. But if you're going to eat it right.
Absolutely.
Don't screw around with it.
Preach.
And we have of course chicken, and everyone loves chicken. Nothing else. They say zombie tastes like chicken, but I'm not sure. And I'm going to dip this into my gold sauce. And I think I've been a convert to the gold sauce since I've been in Florida, because in New Jersey I don't think they knew how to make it right.
What's gold sauce?
So Carolina Gold is your mustard-based barbecue sauce, a little pepper, vinegar, and then that nice bright yellow mustard.
So it is good to hear me go, and there's an echo on that.
We haven't been hearing the echo from you.
Okay, good. They're hearing it out in the audience too. There's a ton of comments, so you guys bear with me. But everybody is loving the sauces. Nazi wanted to know what sort of sauces you have. So you answered that. And he wants to know how big your smoker is.
I can fit 150 chickens, or 95 briskets, or 5 200-pound pigs.
At one time?
Yeah, at one time. It's a 5-tray, it's a 3-rack 5-tray rotisserie. It's made by Old Hickory.
Chef, we would call you a size queen.
A size queen? Well, I'm telling you, it is size does matter, I guess, with the smoker. And I guess that was a big part of you deciding to take this place.
Yes, absolutely.
I've never seen one that big.
Yeah, the big smoker in the back was kind of the that was the point for us. Yeah, Dennis and I could get in there and not even see each other. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Smoked save it for the zombie apocalypse.
Yes.
You could definitely smoke some people in there. Well, this was wonderful. I mean, I don't think I've enjoyed a show as much as I have this one with all these great food and dishes that I like. And, you know, I'm a Southerner by birthright, and we moved up to New Jersey when I was pretty young, and I never quite felt at home there. And, you know, when we moved to Florida, I closer to home than I've ever been in my life, you know, moving to Texas. So I've just been loving it, and we're so happy we found you, thanks to Julie Daly that brought me here with our bloggers group. And, you know, the bloggers just have fun, and I can see why, because when there's food like this to eat, it's just wonderful. My friends, Greg and Carolyn, that came with us last week, they were tweeting that they were in a food coma. Because I don't think they expected for lunch to be this, you know, and then they had to go shopping after. It was probably the smallest shopping trip they ever made because they had eaten so much great food.
We've been told we need to have wheelbarrow parking up front so that we can pick people up and bring them out of their cars.
Yeah, forget the handicap. We got wheelbarrow.
That's a new category. Hey, Jean Halbert wants to know where you are in Orlando.
So we are on 3000 Curry Ford Road. It's the Winn-Dixie Plaza, right next to the Rogue Pub. It's on Curry Ford between Crystal Lake and Primrose. We're just to the right of the Winn-Dixie.
Yep. Really easy to get here.
Yeah, about it's less than 2 miles from downtown.
So it's a great spot for lunch. It's a great spot for dinner. It's a great spot to come for drinks, because I'm telling you, these beverages were just wonderful, and you almost couldn't. I'm feeling the buzz really well, and you almost couldn't tell there was alcohol in them. So that's always a good way to drink. When you drink something and you get that really hard taste in your mouth.
Yeah, that's not pleasant.
Yeah, it's not pleasant. You're drinking it just to get drunk.
Right.
You're drinking it to be happy.
Yeah, yeah. And that's, you know, we wanted to approach every facet of what we did is really craft and really homemade and really enjoy it. We want you to have a good time.
Now we don't have one out here, and that's okay because I'm full, but you do make your desserts here.
Absolutely. We make all the desserts in-house. We make our bread in-house for our sandwiches. We really do everything we possibly can here. But yeah, on the dessert menu right now, we've got chocolate lava cakes. We've got a chocolate bourbon pie. We have a chocolate bread pudding. Yeah, we're a little heavy chocolate right now. That's just because I like chocolate.
It's not a bad thing.
No. We do a carrot cake, 3-layer. We do a sweet potato pie, and those all rotate seasonally. We just finished out peaches. We're just finishing the end of season, so we're doing a peach pie for a little bit. Yeah.
Gotta love it. So, you know, you not only, if you have room, and that's the whole other thing, like when we were here the other day, we said we have to come back and just do desserts one time, because we were so full at that point it wouldn't do your desserts justice. But you don't want to stop eating these meats. I mean, when you get meat like this, it's a pleasure to eat it. So we'll come back and just do a dessert only party.
Cool. Right on.
That's what maybe need to have a dessert and drink evening.
Right.
There we go.
Dessert cocktails. Yeah,
dessert
definitely.
and cocktails.
Yeah.
It's just been a lot of fun here, and thank you very much for your hospitality.
Thanks for coming.
And we'll post where they can come to your Google local page.
Great.
And we'll hopefully people will leave reviews, and we'll get more people here for you. And if there's anything else we can do,
I'll see you when I come through. Thank you.
Great to see you. Take care.
All right. Bye-bye.